Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 21 career mode here with Bayer Leverkusen. We've gone through all the advice, all the comments. I'm going to look at some of those players, but the first bit of advice was let's not sign Anana. So we're not going to sign him. We're going to go in for Stakoshka instead. That's one of the big deals we need to do. He's bringing in a new goalkeeper. Let's get that deal done instantly here. And I'm quite happy with this deal. He's going to cost us a bit of money. Hopefully we can get him closer to the 60 mil mark. Hopefully, but we'll try and negotiate that right now. Well, roughly around 80.1. I'd like to pay a bit less. We've still got a lot of money. Let's not forget, Tapsoda left us in the last episode. A huge fee came in for him. 70 million. That is more like it. We will delegate that one, and I'll be happy to get Stakoshka in. Also, some players for us to scout. Odegaard was one of them, and then a centre mid from Nice, was it? Or Stade Rennais? I'll look back at the comment and see. So let's go and look and see if we could scout those players. Fabian was also recommended, but the problem is with Fabian is I believe he's gone to Borussia Dortmund for big money, so we don't really stand a chance of getting him. I'm assuming the player that was mentioned, couldn't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure it'll have been Camavinga, so we're going to scout him. Exciting young player, so I'm pretty sure it will have been Camavinga. I mean, it kind of fits our style of going for young players, doesn't it? I mean, this team is it's decent, but I think it needs a little bit more. We're going to try and get revenge first off here as well against Schalke in our first game of the episode. We've got some emails. Aaron Gies is disappointed. I'm going to say I have to rotate the squad. We'll keep him as happy as possible. We've got some offers here, an injury as well for Diaby, but it's only 5 days. Well, that's a great deal for us. The Koshka deal is done and dusted, so he'll be joining the club. So the free transfers so far is Hermoso, Oliveira, and Stakoshka, and I'm really happy with that. We needed a new starting goalkeeper, and he just comes and fits in straight away. Let's add him to the team instantly as well for Hardecki. Sorry, Hardecki, but he's had too many moments that weren't fantastic, hasn't he, for the club, which have just been a little bit iffy. I'm still in two minds about what to do with the squad. If I'm being 100% honest, it's very difficult for me at the moment to determine what we should do, where we should sign, because I don't think the team's particularly bad. I think maybe we could do some more pace and a little bit more consistency from me with this season in terms of playing the game, which you're going to see now coming forward because we've kind of readjusted schedules and stuff. Diaby, look forward to seeing you play. Catching you like this. Yeah, you get that one all the time. They need to fix some of the player chats in next year's game. Was revenge time really here, isn't it? Against Schalke. We're going to go with this one with the two up top because I think we can expose them down the wings potentially with them playing a narrow formation. Well, I guess I didn't appreciate how close this one was to the last game because we've got a lot of tired legs out there. Luckily, we've got a fairly fit side. It's going to be Rebic and Silas up top today. Torres, Aranguiz and Palacios in the centre of midfield. Perez, Bender and Tar at centre-back. Paulinho at right wing. Diaby at left. Let's hopefully get some revenge. Let's get a victory and kick the episode off the right way with a win. This one, without a doubt, I want some revenge in. Schalke did us dirty last time out, and I don't want to be living that life again. I want us to get a victory in this one. And we're still kind of picking apart as we see Stakoshka for his first game here with Bayer Leverkusen. Still picking apart what we need to do with this team this moment in time, and maybe honestly I think a little bit of it is consistency of me getting to play. Now I'm doing these in different sessions. Obviously I'm learning, new to doing fairly full-time content, so I'm learning, and now I'm doing these in block sections. So we'll do a day where we actually just play FIFA all day, and I think that's going to help me massively. Palacios now on the ball with this series, and with us playing FIFA, because I like it to be difficult, but I'd also like me to be able to get more than one shot on target. That would always be ever-presently nice, as we're going to win the ball back there, and I thought the run was still being made by Palacios. Unfortunately not, but a bright start from us. They're going to be a problem, though. They were really good coming forward against us last time out, and I don't want that same issue this time forward, but that's a bad ball from them there. Silas will find Rebic here. And I'm going to have to try and work an opening. I do see Diaby now making that run, but I'm going to find Rebic. I'm not going to find Rebic, unfortunately for me. Bright start from us, though, and that's all that matters, really. Silas now managing to find Paulinho, and Paulinho's got a bit of pace in him. We're going to bring that back to Silas. I love having Silas on the pitch. He's going to get way more game time this year. We're going to look to mix it up. Maybe even a 4-4-2. I didn't want Diaby there. I wanted Rebic. Maybe a 4-4-2 at times. And try and mix up the formations a little bit to incorporate two strikers. Just because we've got a wealth of good forward-thinking players. I'd like to get two strikers. Which means we might actually drop a midfielder. We might actually sell a midfielder. Which wasn't the idea of the plan to start with, as Stakoshka gets his hands on the ball for the first time. He looks a little bit weird there. Let's look at this on instant replay. I think maybe because his hair's so dark, he just, in the actual in the actual game. He looks a little bit, I don't know, just a bit interesting. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my eyes. I've got those old eyes, you know what I mean? We've got a good run happening here out wide from Palacios. If he can get on the ball here, he does get on the ball. And then I'm going to try and play through Silas, which I'll do nicely. Silas now, he's decent on the ball, isn't he? He's very nice to have on the ball, and we lose out there, though. Who's that? I think that was Torres. He can't be doing that. They've got Catrone as well, which is a bit frustrating, because he's not bad, is he? And that is a good ball in, and will it be 1-0? No, Stakoshko with the save. Beautiful from him. Now he can counter with Oliver Torres. Oliver Torres will fire this one forward to Rebic. Rebic will wait for the run of Diaby, and now we've got men advantage, and now we've got Diaby advantage. Diaby, he's got to score it, hasn't he? How's that not a penalty? He's got miles up in the air. Diaby's got to score there, though. Well, Schalke coming forward now. Jonathan Tah does very well there, though, and we are going to be able to get the ball clear. Palacios now. Oh, this is nice. Silas is through. Silas is onside as well, surely. Silas getting his first goal of the season here, and revenge against Schalke for us. He does. He taps it around the keeper, lovely. And this will be revenge against Schalke for us in this one, because they did absolutely destroy us towards the back end of the season when we were pushing for second place. And Silas gets his first goal of the season, which is nice. And that breakaway again, we're deadly on the breakaway, especially when he is on the pitch. And it's a lovely finish. Well, could be a massive season for Silas as well in this one, so I'm sure he's excited to get it off with a goal, with a bang, and get himself a goal, and I'm happy with it as well. I'm very happy with it. What a goal that was as well. This formation was the right formation to use as well, I think. It's giving us an advantage, especially going forward, as Schalke look to get one straight back with Belfodil here. I've got Sven Bender on the pitch, though. Still in the team, still on the pitch, and he really is. He's still very good. His stamina runs out extremely quickly, though, which is a problem. But he's still really good. Like, he's good to have around the dressing room as well, I imagine. As Aranguiz is going to win that back, is he? He does win it back. Rebic now, what can he do? I need options. I thought Diaby would have been an option there, to be honest with you. Rebic is going to take it, though. He does his man. What can we do now? Rebic going with the ball. He wants Silas. He's going to try and fire it towards Silas. It was difficult for him. The defender was always back there. Oh, they've got forward. There is Schalke. Stakoshka being asked a question. Nice save from him as well. And Bentaleb now will try and bring it forward. But Aranguiz says, we're not having none of that, mate. You're not bringing that here. Get it out of here. And that is lovely. Aranguiz now making the run. Silas. Oh, that's got to be a free kick for us. Oh, I don't like that. It's not even a free kick for us. How is that not a free kick in our favour? I have no idea. As Perez now is going to be stood up and he's going to bring his man down. But we needed to. Rebic is down with what looks to be an injury here, and I'm just really frustrated with that, because the goalkeeper's done nothing to help us as we head that one away. The goalkeeper, not the goalkeeper, the referee's done absolutely nothing there to help us. I think that's ridiculous, and that'll be half time. 1-0 to the gut. I think we should have been more. Diaby should have scored as well. Well, Rebic comes off at half time with the injury. Lasada on, and he had some big moments in last year's season. I'm sure he wants to improve again this year, really, more than anything. And we'll see how he gets on. I'm happy with the performance so far. I'd love another goal. Diaby now. I'm going to try and play that into Lasada. He doesn't have the stand-up ability, does he, that we find ourselves with Kramaric. But not bad play here. Paulinho now is going to try and whip that one in towards Lasada. Just wasn't to be. Is that Ben White? I'd be interested to see if it is Ben White. Centre-back. Ben White, maybe. Schalke now coming forward, trying to cause a problem. Belfodil hits the crossbar. Wow, that was good play there from Schalke. Really good play. He just got a bit too much on it. Stakoshka there, though. He was close to it. He was close to it. Schalke now making a change. They're bringing off Stindl. I don't know who they're bringing on. I really do wish it popped up instantly. It makes it a little bit frustrating for commentary that it doesn't come up instantly. They brought on Lanzini. Now, we all know that he can score a rocket, don't we? So let's see what he can do. And this is nice play as Diaby now will charge forward. And Diaby will try and fire that one across. Well played by Mason Holgate, of all men, there back for Schalke. Very impressed that he managed to get back for that, because I thought there was in deep trouble there. I thought that had Silas's name written all over it for a finish. Schalke coming forward now. Lanzini played it on to Bentaleb, but it will be. No, it won't. He drags it wide. I think Schalke should have scored there, to be honest with you. We were all out of sorts at the back. We thought we'd won it back, and then we just gave up possession, and we didn't have any men over to defend that. And we need to calm this game down a little bit now. Schalke have come out the second half and been very, very good. And that's a beautiful ball in behind, though. Diaby now going to fire that cross, and just couldn't quite get it to Silas, but it's going to end up back at Paulinho, who will win us a corner. He will. Well, Diaby's absolutely knackered, so on comes Ezequiel Barco for us here. Right, let's whip this corner in, see what we can do. It's not terrible because Silas is up there. Oliver Torres now. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar. What a goal that would have been from Oliver Torres if that had nestled in the top corner there. Oh, wow. I thought I'd just take it on. We were so close to something special then. We're going to play this down the wing. Ezequiel Barco will find himself on it. What can he do? He's going to fire this one across. Silas is there. Oh, he's an own goal. It's not. It's just been touched out. I thought Mason Holgate then had scored an own goal. But they won't manage to achieve it. And we will hit full time and a 1-0 victory there for Leverkusen. I genuinely do think it could have been more for us with a couple of opportunities that we had. But I'm really happy with that end result. Well, what an opening game for Stokowska. That was really impressive. But I've decided that because we do like that formation, now I don't think we're going to play that formation all the time, but it would make sense for us to have players like Amiri and Almada to be able to play centre mid, because at the moment they can't. So we're going to retrain them to do that now. Amiri will take 9 weeks. I just want them to have that as an extra position. And how long will Almada take? Almada will take 111. So it appears that with Almada, we're best off training him to play right or left. I am going to train him to play left, I believe. So then maybe he could cut inside from the left-hand side. Do you know what? No, we're going to retrain him to play right winger. He's right-footed. How often do I cut in would be the question, although he could play left winger. Left winger seems to get to cut in quite often. Oh, I don't know. We're going to do left wing for now. We might do right wing as well, though. I'm also going to look into trying this formation as well. Now, I don't know how well it's going to work. I just think we've got the players for it. I know we've got the players for it, so I'm going to look into this one. So Rebic is going to be out for 4 weeks, which is it's a bit frustrating, I'm not going to lie. He got injured early doors last season, but it's not for as long this time round. Barcelona have now come in for Maximilian Arnold. No, I feel like we wouldn't sell him. We don't need to make another sale this year unless it's a big one, and it'd probably be Diaby. So, no, I don't think we need to sell him. Right, so another big game now for the season against another rival of ours who are extremely strong, extremely physical, and I hate playing against them, but we're going to give it a go here. And it's against RB Leipzig. We're going to go with the familiar formation for this one. I think it's best to go with what we're familiar with. Oliveira, Tar, Hermoso, Arias, our backline. Palacios and Arnold, our centre mids. Isco and Kramaric in the top. Vasquez on the right and Diaby on the left. We've got a decent a decent strength bench. Let's go and get a win. We struggle against this team every time. Well, the first home game of the season, and it couldn't have been an harder one, could it? We really don't enjoy playing against RB Leipzig. Every time we've come up against them, it's been frustrating, it's been difficult, it's been like pulling teeth. But I am confident that we can get a fairly decent result in this one. I really am. The way we played in that last game, we need to be as good as that, and hopefully defensively as strong as that, because the keeper had a great game as well. Kramaric needs a good performance in this one because he needs to kickstart his season off. Not playing the first game due to being tired and not really doing anything against Dortmund. This one, we need a good performance. Well, they've given us some space here now. Palacios will feed that on to Diaby. We know what Diaby can do. He's going to fire it across towards Kramaric. And he just couldn't get anything on it, could he? They've got Lopez in that as well. I didn't realise that. Did they have Lopez last season? They could have done. But that's the first opportunity we've had. First sniff at goal that we've had in this one. And it comes from the counter-attack, which we are so good at. We are so good on the counter. More of that in this one, please. Oh, Alexander Isaac goes clean through and chips the Koshka. 1-0 RB Leipzig. And that's probably my terrible defending, to be honest with you. We're used to this against Leipzig. We really are. I think there'll be a force in the league again this season. But look at this. I pulled Jonathan Tah out. Stupid. So much room for him. Sakoshka didn't stand a chance. Oh, Oliveira's done fantastically here now. He's won that ball back. What can he do? He has got pace, but he hasn't got the quickest pace in the game. I'm going to try and whip that one across. Kramaric can't just quite get to it. It was the right idea. Just couldn't get his boot on the end of it. And we've come close from crosses now twice. but still find ourselves without a goal. And this is where they're dangerous. When we find ourselves out of position, I'm getting every man in the world to try and mark him here. And they're still piling forward. Sometimes your defense just doesn't do anything. Oh, my God. Wow. How do you stop that one? Literally, how do you stop that one? They've had 2 attacks and scored 2 goals. Daddy Olmo there. How do you stop that? That's just great passing from the AI. And we find ourselves 2-0 down against our old friends RB Leipzig. We might have got this one completely wrong. Just look at that. He just easy for him. Easy. 1-touch shot goal. Palacios wins the ball back here, but he doesn't have many options, does he? Kramaric is he's blocked. He's so well blocked. And at the moment, that's our scenario. We've been blocked out of absolutely everything. Everything going forward now since the second goal really has been non-existent. We don't have any players making the runs. Maximilian Arnold now will find Oliver, who wants Diaby, but Diaby's run just isn't good enough. It's not a good enough run. Diaby now will make a little bit of a better run, and we will find him, and I'll play that in towards Isco. He's going to have to pull that back now. He does pull it back, and Palacios' shot is blocked, and we're just getting no look in front of goal. Just absolutely no look in front of goal at the moment, and changing those fortunes isn't going to be easy, is it? As Alexander Isaac has the ball now moving forward. Need to win that header. Maximilian Arnold now. Diaby plays an horrendous pass, which leaves us wide open for Divock Origi. And thank God for Jonathan Tah, although it does land to Danny Olmo and then Nkunku. And God, boys, sort your stuff out. Sort your stuff out. We need to be doing better. Kramaric now. Great touch. And a great pass. This could be a big moment for the first half. Diaby. Oh, he drags it wide. And that just explains our luck in this one. Diaby drags it wide. Should have played in Isco for the tap in. It's still 2-0 Leipzig. I don't know how we are sat here on a 2-0 a 2-0 defeat looking like it at the moment. I don't know how, though. We've had the opportunities. Diaby missing that sitter as well. Well, we feel hard done by at that half-time, for sure. What can we do now in this second half to get ourselves back in it? We need to do something. It's not good enough from the boys. And really, strange that we're down. I don't understand it. We played so well, really. Oh, that's awful. Some misplaced passes, though. I will say that. But, I mean, I suppose you get that. It's FIFA, right? Some misplaced passes. But I just feel frustrated that we're 2-0 down. They've had 2 opportunities in the game, really, and scored them both with unbelievable passing. Don't get me wrong, and that's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Has he given a free kick here or a penalty? Oh, he's given a free kick. I think we get lucky there, and I think Arias gets lucky as well. What can they do in this situation, though? They're going to fire that one forward, and luckily for me, I positioned Kramaric for Vasquez to have a terrible touch in the end there, which is a bit frustrating, but we'll try and break now with something. Oliver, he's going to be closed down instantly. Look at that from Danny Olmo. How is Danny Olmo doing that to Oliver? This is ridiculous. Well done there from Jonathan Tah, to be honest with you. Isco now will use the run of Kramaric to create himself some space. And he's saying to Vasquez, can you please run? And Vasquez just didn't want to run. And in the end, it's terrible. And we need to come up with something here. I think we're going to make some subs, as they're going to make a sub as well. Who are they bringing on? Lucas Hilario, our ex-player's coming on, as per usual. Right, we're going to bring Silas on, and we're going to go 4-4-2. Isco's not had a great game. You know, I've got no doubt in his ability. I think just against Leipzig, it doesn't suit his play, or he needs to play deeper. And Silas is going to come on, and we're going to go 4-4-2. I genuinely feel like we should be back in this. You know, the fact that it's 2-0 already is frustrating, but the reason that we, you know, not the reason, but the fact that we didn't score in that in the first half, leaves us in a really sticky position as Hilario just pushes off the defender. He can do that easily, can Hilario. That's what he's good at. And they're going to move forward now. Tyler Adams, what can he do? Nkunku, back to Tyler Adams, and they're toying with us really a little bit as Maximilian Arnold wins that one back. Kramaric gives it to Silas. Silas now will run with it. And this is why we brought this man on. His athletic ability and just his ability in general. As he brings it forward now. He wants an option and he gets it in Kramaric. Kramaric needs to score. Lopez saves it. That needed to be 2-1. We need to get the second goal as quickly as possible. Got Silas now on the ball. What can he do? Vasquez is making a run, but it's not a very good one, is it? Now that's a little bit better from Vasquez. What can Vasquez do? He needs to pull it back. He does pull it back. Kramaric! And that's one. That is one. Pick the ball up, Kramaric. Pick the ball. Celebrate, Kramaric. Celebrate. And that's one back. We need another, though. The RB's going to stay on the pitch. No way he's coming off. And that's one back. We haven't played badly, which is what's so frustrating as Ilario now comes forward. Jonathan Tah, Dani Olmo, and that'll be game, set, match for RB Leipzig. 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals, and RB Leipzig will walk away with the spoils here in Leverkusen. He couldn't have hit this more top corner, and Dani Olmo's had a fantastic game, and Stakoshka didn't stand a chance. Paulinho coming on now for us. See what we could do here. The boys not running where I want them to run. They're running absolutely the opposite direction. Ezequiel Barco now will pick up the ball. What can he do? He's going to play this one through. Palacios now finds Silas. Silas now in a good position. Can't get through. And it's been sloppy. It's not been good enough. We need to be better against these sides. And we've been unlucky that they've been extremely good in front of goal. And I really do mean extremely good in front of goal. There's no one more potent right now that we've played against than RB Leipzig. But, boys, hear the boos. Hear the boos. We have to be better. Well, that was frustrating. We've still got another game yet to play against Hamburg. I mean, just really disappointed with that performance. Transfer-wise now, I'm thinking we need to do a lot more. I don't know. I think we've said it several times, haven't we? When we've played them, I feel like I just get the setup wrong. And I feel like that's exactly what happened there. We've got a big offer here from PSG for Kramaric. Do we accept that one? Right, so we would sell to PSG, wouldn't we? Let's see, right? Let's see. I love Kramaric, though. Let's see if we can get the 90 million. If they'll pay 90, I will sell him. If they won't pay 90, he stays with us. Without a doubt, he stays with us. But if they pay 90, there's no way we wouldn't sell him. There's no way we wouldn't sell him if they paid the upper 90. So let's see what deal we can broker here. They're willing to go. I think they're going to pay this. I think we're going to have to find a new striker, boys. I think we're going to have to find a new striker. I really do. Right, they're not going to go above 81 by the looks of it, so we might get to keep him here. Although maybe we should sell him at that. We'll drop it down to 90. No, so they won't sign him, and we keep Kramaric for now. Nice. Maybe we should have accepted 81, but I think the top goal scorer in the Bundesliga requires a little bit more cash than that. Right, so we've got a scout report back on Camavinga. We're going to shortlist him. Now, he does look really good. I'm not going to lie, he does look really good. Just not sure we need him. I'm not sure that's a position we need at the moment. Right, so it's time to take on Hamburg, and I am going to try this new formation. Kramaric is going to be rested for this one. I'm going to keep with Isco. I'm going to play a Miri there with Torres. Am I going to play him there with Torres? Yeah, I will play him there with Torres. Arnold, Perez, Hermoso. Wagnerman will get a game in this one, and we don't really have much of a choice at left back. Is there any other youngsters we should be getting in? Maybe Isco should be dropped for this one, and we'll play Almada. I want to play the youngsters in this one if we've got them, yeah. Right, let's see how we get on against Hamburg. This should be a team that we beat, and comfortably. Well, after a really rough start to the season, this is one of those games you probably looked at on the calendar and went, 3 points there. And that's exactly the way we're going to treat this one. New formation, though, so I don't know how this is going to go. I've never played this before. I've never played narrow on FIFA before, if I'm being honest. So we'll see how we get on. They've got Jatta, who is a very good winger, might I add as well. Use him in Football Manager. As you can see here, he's skillful enough. And Almada will win that back, luckily. And it'll be our ball. And we'll see how we get on. We'll see how the formation plays, really. It's nice to try out different stuff. I don't think we've really found what suits us down to the ground yet. I thought it was the formation with a cam, but apparently not. Now, we do have some really good players in terms of cams, so this actually absolutely benefits them, as I was trying to say there, as Oliveira will pull that back here, and I don't have many options. I do have Torres arriving late, and now Almada's going to find Silas, is he? He's not. It was a nice idea, though. Really nice idea. Probably just a little bit too heavy on the through ball, and the sun in this one is difficult. Amiri now on the ball. We've got a very young core today. I must remember that with Lasada and Amiri. That's not bad, though. Wagnerman getting some game time as well, which is nice to see. Lasada does well. Silas now. We'll play that back to Lasada, and Lasada is no fool. He finds Oliveira, who gets his first Bayer Leverkusen goal. 1-0, Bayer Leverkusen. And that was lovely play, actually. The inside kind of passing game was superb there. And what a smart pass out wide to Oliveira to get his first goal for Bayer Leverkusen. It was really nice. Silas there to Lasada. It's just all the room in the world for him, and a beautiful finish. Oliver Torres now will try and find Silas, and he's done that beautifully. Silas will be in, and surely Silas makes it 2-0, and what a pass that is to Silas. And Hamburg are all out of sorts here as we make it 2-0 and Silas getting a goal. And honestly, I need a big season out of this man this year. I need a very big season. I'm tempted now to buy another striker if we're going to probably be playing 2 up top more often. But I need a big year from Silas. The side now. Oliver Torres. Oh, Silas has been found through again. Silas now. This is a bit more of a difficult angle for him, but it doesn't matter. Silas makes it free. And this is proving very comfortable now, isn't it, against Hamburg? This is proving very difficult, very easy, as Silas takes a bow, and he deserves it. His second goal there in this match and 3rd of the season. It was a beautiful pass from Lasada. Maybe we'll get more out of him this year with us playing 2 up top more often. Happy days. Maximilian Arnold now. He's got options going forward. He's found Amiri. Amiri will play that through to Lasada. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I think he was offside. Yeah. He was definitely offside, but still not being able to finish. That's a problem. Imagine if he hadn't have been offside. Oh, they've come forward here now of Hamburg, and luckily it's a nice save for Stakoshka. A very nice save for him. I have turned both sets of goalkeepers up. Not by a lot, but just by a little bit, because I think the goalkeepers in this year's FIFA are really bad. It doesn't seem to have made that much of a difference if you've seen in that last game against Leipzig, and you've seen for us against their goalkeepers, it hasn't like made them really good, which is, I suppose, what you want. I didn't want them to be overly overpowered, but I still think there's certain saves they should save that they don't. Well, there we go, half-time and 3-0 to the good, and this has been fairly comfortable. I think if we get a couple more, we might just jump straight to the end. But yeah, I'm enjoying using some of the other players, and I'm enjoying Silas. I always enjoy him, but he's been very good again. Now, would this make sense at this stage to take off someone like Arnold? Probably not, though, because we don't really have another DM. We don't actually have another DM of note to bring on. It's Aaron Geese, so there's no point making that change. I wouldn't mind bringing Wirtz on in some capacity, but it would mean maybe moving Almada up top. Should we do that? Should we take Silas off and put Almada up top? It's minus 3, but I think he can play that role. Might have to retrain him to play up top as well, maybe. Well, Crew's doing well here down the wing. He's up against Wagnerman. Ex-Hamburg player as well, let's remember, is Wagnerman. Playing against his old side here. Not a bad game from him so far, to be fair. The sunlight is still an issue. Wow, that was nice. Wagnerman won't be able to stop it either. And will we win the ball back here? Dudziak's been fantastic on the ball. Him and Jatta have both been very good on the ball, as we'll usher the ball out of his feet, though, here. And I wanted Amiri to make the run, really. I'm going to play this one through the centre. We'll knock that one back onto Amiri. Amiri just couldn't get his foot to it. It was a poor counter. Hamburg here have done really badly at breaking us down. They've had more possession than us, but they've really struggled to break us down, as Lasada now will win that. And Almada will charge away with this, and he's very rapid. Let's remember that. I'm going to try and fire this one across. It's not the worst idea, but when it's Maximilian Arnold chasing it, it's not ideal. Well, pretty much nothing has happened so far, so let's see what they do from this free kick. I think they're going to go for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're not going to go for it. They're going to do that, and Wagnerman will block it off, and we can't run wild with it. But honestly, I think we might have found something with this formation, because defensively, it's been so sound, we could probably get away with playing this against like a Leipzig and actually do extremely well, because it's just been easy, because you've got so many players down the centre of the park that it's really easy to defend. This must be like the meta defensive formation, because honestly, I found it really simple. If Wirtz doesn't take too big of a touch there, we're in. But I found it really easy to defend with it. Well, that brings the game to an end, guys, and honestly, there was nothing really to talk about in that second half. We were awful in terms of creating anything. Every time we had a counter, we didn't do anything, and they really dominated the game. We were just up and in control, really, defensively. It felt very comfortable. I've not used a formation like this before. I've not gone narrow. And maybe it just works really well, because look at that. They had 59% possession. We only had 3 on target, scored all 3, and it was a breeze. I didn't feel under pressure at any stage of the game. I really didn't. Well, guys, that's where we're going to leave it for this episode, but I'm really happy about that new formation. And in the next episode, we will do the end of the transfer window, and we will get into the heat of the season, start getting some games played out. I don't know if we know our Champions League group. We do. We've got Roma. We've got Liverpool. I mean, I don't like this already. And Lokomotiv Moscow. So quite a difficult Champions League group for us. That's not an easy group. We'll play a fair amount of games in the next episode. Try and maybe even knock out this month. Now, I want to try and fire through stuff as quickly as possible. We're also now probably going to look for a new striker. Now we're going to be playing 2 up top. We've only got 3 out-and-out strikers, really. So we're probably going to have to bring in another striker. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate the support as usual as the channel keeps on growing. Thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.